Hello, welcome to JP Arts. Today I got a huge custom LEGO set to show you guys. I've been working on this a ton in the past week, or two. I honestly forgot when I began designing this. This is one of the biggest custom sets I've ever designed. It's called Versus Gigantis, and has 3,534 pieces. It includes an enormous build of Gigantis, and comes with 3 characters and their machines. Based on the piece-to-price ratio LEGO usually uses with their sets, it would probably cost around $300. But because I'm really bad at using the least amount of pieces possible, whereas professional LEGO designers are very good at that, I think we could say this would more likely go down to $200, which is still very expensive, of course, but this set is huge. This set is based on the legendary machine Gigantis from Kirby Air Riders, the supposedly final boss of the road trip mode, but then of course there's Nova. I originally did not plan on making this as big as I did, but I got a little carried away. Does this look accurate to how LEGO would design an official set of this? Probably not, but does it look awesome? In my opinion, yes. Part of the reason why this ended up being so big is I started by designing the treads, and once I got those finished, I made the rest of the builds in proportion to the treads, so it ended up being gigantic. Before getting a closer look at Gigantis, let's quickly look at the characters and their machines included in the set. Here they are. From left to right, we have Kirby with the Warp Star, Susie with the Vampire Star, and Rocky with the Paper Star. Kirby is using his angry expression, which I've used in a few custom sets already. This is actually the first custom set outside of my ideas set that I've used Susie in, because I have yet to make Plant Robobot sets, though I hope to in the future. Rocky's the only completely new character in this set. I think he looks good, a pretty simple build, but I really like it, and his face print is adorable. Here's a look at the machines without the riders. The Warp Star is reused from one of the sets in my previous video, but now changed a bit to allow riders with feet 3 studs apart to ride on. The Vampire Star was a bit difficult to design, but I'm happy with the results. Most of the yellow pieces on it don't exist in that shade of yellow, but do exist in the normal yellow. I chose this shade, though, because it's more accurate to the Vampire Star's in-game appearance. Then lastly is the Paper Star, which looks okay. I couldn't really get it to be as thin as it is in-game because LEGO pieces aren't that thin, but I think it looks as good as I could get it. Just like the other Air Rider sets, you can swap the characters and machines however you want. Now let's go back and look at the main build, Gigantis, who takes up 3,369 pieces out of the 3,534 in this set. Here's a cool edited picture of the build where I darkened it and made the eye glow. This is what I used in the thumbnail. I just thought I'd share it because I think it looks pretty cool. Here's the front of the build without the editing. The eye consists of 2 custom prints, one on a 6x6 red dish, and the center is a 2x2 circle tile. Here's another angle which gives us a look at the left side. There's a lot of detail here. My favorite part is the wrecking ball, which can twist around and the large pole can move up and down. The ball itself is made using a recolor of the recent dome pieces that have appeared in a few recent sets, and it works perfect here. Turning to the other side, we get a good look at the large runway or landing pad on top, with the weak points at the bridge. You can also see some stud shooting guns which can rotate. There were also some on the other side as well. I want to take this time to talk about the treads. The treads themselves can turn, allowing the whole build to drive around. And the way the whole tread pieces are attached to the main body, you can rotate them a bit to allow for more flexibility, helping it to turn and stuff. Here's the back with this giant engine, which I think look great. A lot of the parts are built in separate sections that are attached to a main body in the center, which made it easier for me to design, and would be easier for builders if the set were real. The sections fit very seamlessly into the main build, so it isn't very noticeable. I'm really happy with the final result of this build. It's probably the biggest build I've ever designed. I'm not sure if any of my other builds are even close. The only thing I wish I did more of was include some more play features on it. The only things are the treads, the wrecking ball, and the stud shooter guns. The rest is just a bunch of details. I've never been the best at designing play features. Designing characters is my strong suit, which is why I usually stick to that. My videos just about character builds seem to get the most views anyway. But despite wishing I had more play features, I think the build is near perfect. I took a ton of time on this, and I think it paid off. It will definitely be a long time until I attempt designing a build this large again, as it's very time-consuming and difficult to do. It would be really cool if I could get the pieces to build this in real LEGO, but I definitely don't have the money for that. So I hope you enjoy this digital build. I plan on making a few more small Kirby Air Rider sets, like in my last video, just to make a few more of the machines and riders that I have included in the sets I've showed so far. But I definitely won't be doing all of them, as a few of the machines and characters I already tried to design, but they were too difficult to represent in LEGO, so I gave up on them. So stay tuned for another video at some point. Please tell me what you think about this build in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to my channel. Have a great day. God bless.